Welcome to Bay Area Focus. I'm your host, Maria Medina. Today we'll talk about preventing partner violence, donating stem cells, and turning young people into community leaders. But first, how Faces SF empowers low-income families. Lawland Long and Susan Murphy from Faces SF join me now. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So you guys have done some great things in the community, and you guys have actually been around for a really long time. So let's start first with the mission of Faces SF.
Thank you so much. We at Faces SF have actually been around for 170 years. It wasn't our first name, but we are two organizations that have a distinguished history in San Francisco. 170 years, Florence Crittenden Services and Whitney Young Child Development Center. Our mission and vision really is to really empower our families and children actually in the most disenfranchised areas in San Francisco, and there are many. So we serve them in child care, infant toddler care, after school care, and we have a comprehensive employment training program and family services.
And so tell me, you guys probably have seen, a lot of times changing here. What are some of the challenges that you guys face right now?
Well, there's an increasing bifurcation, if you will. We have a low-income community that is struggling, and we are working with them to help them survive and thrive in this San Francisco. As you see, much development and so forth that's happening, and the income that's happening, and the wealth that is generating. But the folks that we work with are on the other spectrum.
Okay.
And they need childcare to go to school, and they need childcare to go to work, as well as development in workforce, and as well as counseling and so forth. So they face a number of things that we are supporting them in.
Okay, so you guys help kids, and like you said, you guys also help their parents as well, and
Absolutely.
you help find jobs for these parents as well, right?
Correct. So we are the Visitation Valley Neighborhood Access Point. We basically manage, the Faces SF manages it for the Mayor's Office of Economic Workforce Development. So it's where you can access all the workforce systems for the city and county of San Francisco. So for instance, when you first come in, you receive a swipe card that gives you accessibility to all of the access points throughout San Francisco. So when you come in, for instance, you can have our universal service, which means you have access to our computer lab, the copy machine, fax machine, telephone, resource library, our job board as well. And then we also have a variety of workshops available. So throughout the week, throughout the month, we have a job search, we have interview skills, resume, and cover letter writing. And then after that, once you go through all those types of workshops, we then have you get our intensive service, which means you can get a one-on-one with our career advisors.
So a lot of rewarding work. You guys must see a lot of people see some success in their life. What do they say to you after they go through a program like this?
I think we hear in general, and it's really important to think about the success. I have many stories, but one individual that I recall last year, she said, "We are a lifesaver." She was a homeless individual that was seeking employment. Secondly, she also needed child care for 2 children. She was either going to be homeless and actually out of a job, and actually out of her home. And so she came to us. We helped her find employment training, but more importantly, also she had a safe environment for her 2 children. She had a very young child, and as an infant, and she also had a preschooler. So we actually met both of her needs, and so she not only felt safe, that her children were in an educational environment that helped them develop for the future, but secondly, then she found employment. So those are the diverse services we have, and it's rewarding because actually she came back to us and wrote us a very extensive letter saying how much we helped her, and if there's any way she can give back after she was helped. So that was really a powerful statement. And
so a lot of smiles. You guys probably see a lot of smiles there, and we have
Yes.
some pictures actually of from the program. I believe this may be a field trip. Can you guys talk about that right there?
Absolutely. This is happened in October 2014. This was a partnership with Zynga, the city of San Francisco, and our community in the Bayview. This playground represents a long-awaited playground in our site at Bayview, and it was a piece of concrete. Can you imagine a piece of concrete that's been broken and damaged for a long time, and over a 3 or 4 month period, the community came together. The Zynga Corporation as well as the city came together, and now it's a playground for all the children that we serve.
That's amazing. Well, you guys have been around for a long time. I know you guys have a new name, Faces SF, but it sounds like you guys will be around for much, much longer, and a lot of families really relying on you guys. You guys are doing some great work.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, thanks Lawland and Susan. For more information on Faces SF, log on to facessf.org. That's facessf.org. And coming up, a Bay Area nonprofit putting a stop to domestic violence.